Howdy, y'all. Kevin here. I say that out of habit now because when I go to places, people ask me why I didn't say it when I don't say it, and people walk up to me and introduce themselves to me that way now. Hey, Kevin here. I don't know how I got trapped into this. Okay, today we're doing a Gurkha Cellar Reserve. These are their aged cigars. Dog outside singing. I've said this before. If any of y'all want a salty dog, get a hold of me. I've got some dogs available that need to go away before I. Not because I don't like dogs. Not because there's anything wrong with them. It's because I have too darn many dogs. And someday I intend to hit my boat and not come back to shore anytime soon. You know. Here, we'll get to Pierce. I cut that off with a pair of scissors, not my cigar cutter. But we will toast the foot today. All right, and what do we got here? We'll do some blackberry crown. If I can open the bottle. Sucker on there tight. All right. I was in the woods this previous weekend at an event doing some stuff. So I didn't actually get to get out and see any of the No King's Day protests. You know, to those of you protesting No Kings and jumping in with the Antifa guys and all that kind of stuff, if what you were saying was true, and there was a not so benign dictatorship going on, or a king, or a bunch of fascists who actually want to stifle speech, and especially speech that goes against what the supposed fascist king dictator wants to get out there as their message, they don't allow those kind of things to happen. Just so you know. This is where the historical context of how the nation was formed and all those things really need to be retaught again to folks, because a lot of people have forgotten, and it's not just younger folks who have forgotten where we came from, how we started as a nation, and basically what the historical context was of why we formed the nation the way we did. So y'all need to get out and educate the uneducated. Or just listen to me. Most of these people don't want to be educated. They want to be blissfully ignorant in believing the fantasy that they live in. But anyway, back to what I was saying. If we had a king, y'all wouldn't have them protests. Wouldn't have been allowed. Even the paltry number of you that actually did show up. I saw MSNBC got racked the same way CNN did back in history of kind of faking some news. One of those millions of people are showed up. Look at this aerial thing. This is Boston. Wasn't Boston recently. And it wasn't one of the No King's Day rallies. That stuff was a different rally from back in, 2017, I think they identified it as being. If you think you're going to have a rally in downtown Boston in October, and all the trees around the area are still green and lush, we know it's not October. Fall colors. Should have done a little photoshopping and got some color in them trees. Sorry about your luck. I did go back and look at a few of the photos and, from some clips and things and stuff that supposedly went on. And the different folks that were there struck me. There was one guy making a big old deal of it and going, this is primarily white liberal baby boomers shown out here. And a lot of folks in the crowd were probably baby boomers and older folks. But based on what they was wearing, there's the folks that were also at Woodstock and places like that. And, a lot of people think this thing, all baby boomers are conservative. They're not. Just like all Gen Zers aren't liberals. Just like all the younger folks aren't lazy, but a lot are, and all liberal. And there's a whole lot of people in every walk of life that are conservative, and there's a bunch of people in every walk of life that are liberal. I think it all has to do with your faculties. What's the saying? If you're younger than 30 and not a liberal, you have no heart. If you're older than 30 and not a conservative, you have no brains. We get to see how it fits. I really enjoyed some of the interviews they were doing with those folks. Like, what are you mad about? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just supposed to be mad. They told me I'm supposed to be mad. Unfair. Well, it amazes me that those folks go out there and they don't even know what they're mad about. Don't even know what they're mad about. It's amazing. All right, let's run along. The No King's Day protests, a couple of them turned out to be normal liberal protests where it broke out into riots. Chicago and LA, I think. And the rest of them were normal. We don't know why we're here. We're just here. And it wasn't very many people. Not comparatively. If you got Boston like a town of hundreds of thousands and maybe 1 million or two, I don't know how big Boston is, but you can only rack up a couple of thousand people, and then you got to steal footage from a different event to make it look like it was bigger than it was. I told y'all before, take this little clip right here and send this to your liberal friends. If you have to lie to make a point, you don't have a point. Anyhow, it's about day 20 of the government shutdown. I think. Hadn't really noticed. It's about time for folks to start waffling and going, well, I think we can make some compromises now. Just about time. But to be honest with you, nothing has affected me with the government being shut down. And I don't know if it's affected any of y'all. If the government shutdown has actually affected you, put how it affected you in the comments. Oh, I'm supposed to say all that stuff at the beginning. Like I'm supposed to say, hey, you want to support the channel, make sure you subscribe and slap that notification bell. Yeah, I feel like an idiot when I say stuff like that. So it probably won't happen very often. Maybe one day I will polish this channel up and become a professional talking head YouTube channel where I say stupid stuff like that and do commercials and do all those kind of things. But today ain't today. Here's my advice about the government shutdown. Same advice that I gave people during COVID. It's one of those, if you really want the world to believe that we can function without you and you're gonna do all your work from someplace else or not do your work at all for a little while, then you're not proving anything, but you're not that useful. So, be productive. Be a productive member of society. And come on back into the fold. We'll still have you. Anyhow, Blackberry Crown. I do it again. You know that. You've seen me do it a bunch of times before. The Gurkhas. I like all the Gurkhas. This is their reserve line. And this one. What is this one? This is the Gurkha Cellar Reserve, aged 12 years. It's a good cigar. I like Gurkhas. So, this has gone on over 10 minutes now, and I really don't have anything I can trim off to get it shorter. So I'll just shut up for now. See y'all in the woods. Come and see us in Florida at the Wild Camp down there, Umatilla, I think it is. And then the week after that, come and see us at Georgia Bushcraft, the fall gathering. And that's, a week and a half from now where we're heading to Florida? Something like that. Check the calendar. I don't know. Anyhow, see you on the woods.